The Simp composite is sitting at 1227.39, up nearly 0.75%, which means men are once again technically outperforming expectations, a sentence no one saw coming this Q3. I'm Samuel Simp at the Simp Economy Exchange desk, tracking $1.297 trillion worth of romantic capital in motion. Advancers lead decliners 5-4. Match is leading the charge up 1.24%, but Tips is hemorrhaging down over 2%, which tells you guys are spending more on dates and learning absolutely nothing from them.
The sponsor economy is bleeding red this session, with 4 names in decline and only 3 managing to keep their heads above water. And somebody needs to explain to Pair why it is down 2.24%, like it just forgot how relationships work. I am Queen Diva at the sponsor economy desk on the Simp Economy Exchange, where $537 billion of tracked capital is currently doing less work than a man waiting to be asked twice. Groom is the lone bright spot, up 1.19%, which means at least one ticker in this market is putting in effort. The composite Spawn sits at 365.79, off 0.33%, and honestly that number feels spiritually accurate for a Q3 that is already testing everyone's patience.
638 points and change on the composite, while 6 out of 9 holdings are actively bleeding. That is not a bull market, gentlemen. That is a participation trophy with a ticker symbol. I'm Zach Grindset at the Grindset Index desk on the Simp Economy Exchange, where $940 billion of tracked self-investment capacity is currently voting with its feet, and most of those feet are walking in the wrong direction. Looks is the lone peacock, up nearly 5%, while travel gets dragged out back at -4. Which tells you everything you need to know about where men are putting their money in Q3. They're polishing the mirror and canceling the flight.
Men are outspending everyone today, running simultaneous positions in both Simp and Grind that together dwarf the entire sponsor economy by roughly $1.7 trillion, a capital allocation strategy that is either deeply romantic or deeply exhausting, depending on your portfolio. Simp leads the session at 1,227.39, up 0.73%, with a $1,297.0 billion cap that continues to make Spawn's $537.0 billion look like a rounding error, while Grind holds firm at 638.86, up 0.57%, that men in Q3 2026 are investing in women and themselves simultaneously, with the confidence of someone who has not checked their bank balance recently. Spawn is the lone red print at 365.79, down 0.32%, suggesting women remain the disciplined value investors of the cross-market complex, spending less, moving carefully, and watching the other 2 indexes do the heavy lifting. Full data, live tickers, and the sobering realization that SimpCap alone could buy several small nations are waiting for you at simpx.exchange.